what's up, YouTube? So I've had a pretty freaking eventful day in LA. The bad news is I didn't leave Andrew's house with a working scooter, but we spent a couple hours messing around with him, and I think he made some progress. Honestly, I think my being there probably distracted him from working on him, but I got to watch him explode a chip on one of those voltage converter boards, so that was entertaining. Anyway, hopefully he'll have a scooter soon. Gosh, I finally made it to Venice Beach. Like, I'm always commenting on the videos posted by German in Venice, and I finally actually made it to Venice. Saw his little, I saw his place there, the henna tattoo place, but it was all closed up, so, but it's all good. I had quite the time there. Like, I ran into this, and I had a couple random people I just chatted with, like, walking down the boardwalk, and I ended up spending a couple hours with this guy named Sean. Still don't know quite what to think about that. That was odd. Will probably be the subject of another vlog later. I just want to make this one a quickie while I'm driving through Santa Monica here. Yeah. I gotta tell a Sean story soon. After we hung out quite a bit together, I asked him if I get his number, he wanted my number, and he asked if I was on Instagram, and I was like, no. And it's like, oh, well, I'm on Reddit, I'm on Instagram, or no, sorry, I'm right on Snapchat. It's like, no, I'm good. Have a good one. It's kind of odd. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. But anyway, that happened. But we spent a couple hours just hanging out. It's kind of weird, like being so far from home and just running out with someone that I was kind of vibing with and chilling with for a couple hours. Sometimes the world feels like a really lonely place, and it's like impossible to make friends, and kind of felt like I made a friend. I mean, you didn't want to exchange contact information. God knows if I'll ever see him again, but it was a nice diversion from being, feeling isolated and alone in Phoenix. So anyway, that happened. And we walked all the way from Venice Beach to Santa Monica Pier. Had a beer on the pier, and then walked back to Venice. He told me about a bar. He said, you might hit this place up for karaoke. And I told him about what I did, like how it's a mixed media between karaoke and music video and whatnot. And there's the overpass I was looking for right there. And there we go. Sorry, I've been looking at Google Maps. I really don't know my way around LA, but I've been trying to spend some time looking at maps to learn a little bit more. And it's a whole nother animal actually driving down these streets. But anyway, I met some. I went to the bar he told me about, and I met some people over there. And there's one guy wants me to meet him there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow evening. He's gonna introduce me to the general manager of the place, and they're actually looking for. They do live band karaoke on Wednesday, and they're actually looking for. Like a regular karaoke on either a Monday or a Tuesday, which would be amazing. I mean, yeah, this is far from home. This would be hands down the farthest I've ever driven to do a karaoke show. But I used to drive farther to juice lime scooters, so I don't know. At this point in my life, I'm just looking for something that makes me happy, something that I look forward to doing, because I spend a lot more time than I should just wondering why I'm still bothering with life in general. So I don't know, a karaoke show in Santa Monica, who knows where it could lead. I mean, judging from my past, it could turn into something legendary, or and he said they own like 5 other bars in notable spots around LA. So yeah, knowing my history, it could turn into something really awesome that has me working at other locations, which is what happened with Gilligan's, and it's also what happened with TGI Fridays. or they could decide after like 2 or 3 shows that I'm not really their thing. So, you know, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm gonna go back there and check that out tomorrow. So right now I'm in what I believe is downtown-ish Santa Monica. I kind of know my way around the LA area, but yet I don't. Like, my experience with LA has been pretty limited to certain places. Other places I've never gone, and I saw some interesting places today I really knew nothing about, like some stuff I've seen, but like I don't know that I've ever really been to Venice Beach before. I mean, it's something that I've been watching on YouTube for years, and especially a lot, like the last year, as I've just kind of become sort of mildly obsessed with the homeless situation now, and Venice Beach has become sort of an epicenter for the homeless in the last year. And I definitely did see some of that while I was here, but I definitely saw the areas, and the guy was hanging out with Sean. Like, I asked him about this, like, well, you know, isn't that where all the tents were? He goes, oh, yeah, it was all homeless tents before. Well, I just crossed a street called Arizona. That's that's interesting. Anyway, it was wild to see something that I've watched on video. So, like, literally just spent hours and hours watching videos shot, you know, just YouTube videos. I mean, I've seen stuff in movies as well. I mean, Falling Down is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen a lot of stuff shot in Venice Beach, but I've never actually been there myself. And yeah, sorry, dude, I'm in the way. So to actually, you know, be there, and that guy's crossing its light anyway. Fuck him. So to actually be there and you know, walk through these places and actually see it in the flesh was a whole other experience, and it's a really good vibe down there. I like it. I liked it a lot. Kind of made me miss August 2019 and all the scooter juicing that I did around Mission Beach in San Diego. It was very, very comparable to that vibe. So, yeah, very much looking forward to going to talk to a bar manager. I mean, yeah, if I get a gig, I get a gig, and if I don't, I don't. I'm out nothing. But I definitely needed to get out of Phoenix for a while, and it's feeling pretty fucking cool to be here in parts of LA that are pretty damn vibrant, and a nice change from, you know. And even though I saw, in fact, where I parked my car, there was sort of a homeless camp next to it, and it made me nervous, but when I got back, nobody fucked with my car, so that's the important thing. You know, I don't know what, you know, I asked Sean some questions about himself, and he didn't really tell me a whole lot. He kind of alluded to having made a bunch of money with Bitcoin, and being in a position where he really didn't have to work anymore. I did go over to his car and he grabbed some things out of his car, and I mean, his car's nothing spectacular, but it's nicer than mine. Not like that's a really high bar, but, you know, so it's a Toyota. Looked about like a 10-year-old Toyota. You know, it's a car. Nothing wrong with that. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't want to exchange numbers, but I don't know. It just is what it is. So I'm headed to a bar now. There was, when I was chilling with Sean, we went to this bar that was ridiculously overpriced, but it was actually on the Santa Monica Pier, and got a couple beers, and it's definitely the most I've ever paid in my life for 2 Bud Lights. Like, seriously, I bought Bud Lights at concerts that cost me less than the Bud Lights I got at the Pier. But anyway, but, you know, we had a good conversation. It was cool. They had the Olympics on, and I got to see some of Simone Biles' Olympic performance prior to her injuring herself today. So that was pretty freaking cool. Well, I told him how expensive the beers were. He's like, that's great. That's way more than a Bud Light should be. I'm like, yeah. So I'm used to a Bud Light being like, you know, $2 to $4, but I'm not normally sitting on a pier in Santa Monica staring off into the, you know, sunset over the ocean and feeling an ocean breeze. So, and you know, it's all good. But anyway, it was yeah, no, it's just been really nice to get a change of scenery. Just kind of get out of my own isolation at home and normal circle there. So anyway, while I was there, I did a Google search for Santa Monica karaoke, and a place really close to where we were off the pier came up, and I couldn't find anywhere online where it said when they actually did karaoke. So I called them and I talked to a bartender, and she said it's just Thursday. I'm like, yeah, I'll be back in Phoenix doing my own karaoke show on Thursday, but thank you. And then she randomly just suggested, I didn't even ask her, she suggested a place on the street that I am on, and I forget the name, I think it's Wilshire, further up in Santa Monica. And I'm playing with my camera app as opposed to watching my Maps app, so I might have driven by it. It's possible. I feel like I might have driven by it. So I should probably end this vlog to find the place, but I've never seen karaoke in LA. In fact, the last time I attempted to sing karaoke in LA was in 2011 when I rolled out here with my mom to LA Live to see Glenn Campbell's last tour, which, by the way, that show was absolutely amazing. For a guy that was in late stages of Alzheimer's, Glenn Campbell still put on a phenomenally amazing show, and that was oh, hey, that's the spot right there. That is it right there. Okay, I gotta get around this guy. That was a total bucket list thing for me. So yeah. Anyway, so I really wanted to do karaoke in LA, and I've gone to karaoke bars with my mom before, and she's come to my shows, and she's been having to listen to me sing since I was a little kid. It's always been my biggest fan, so yeah, I'm down to definitely, you know, hit a karaoke bar in LA with my mom's. And I didn't have my ID on me. Which is interesting because, like, they were serving me beers at the Glenn Campbell concert. They never ID'd me. Obviously, I'm over 21. But when we got to the karaoke bar, they ID'd me and they ID'd my mom, and my ID was nowhere to be found. And yeah, they let us in. By then, it was late. We had done quite a bit of driving to find a place, and it was just like shut up. We were gonna drive back home. We ended up just getting a hotel because I was tired and she was tired. Most of us was just too tired to drive. We got stuck in this construction zone. But anyway, it's that was a good time. But I never got to sing karaoke in LA, so that's happening now, hopefully. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this off short. Actually, not short. I'm talking short. It's 13, 14. Yeah, listen to this crap for 14 minutes. So yeah, hopefully in the next vlog I'll have something interesting to say about a Santa Monica bar looking for a karaoke host that's a little out of the ordinary. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.